there's a spike going on in system, and you can see from your dashboard. So you must investigate immediately why this spike is there, what's happening, rather than waiting. Okay, it might be just something. Don't worry about it. But later on, it could be a big problem. So you just make sure that you look into why this problem is. Might be not developer, might be the operation team has to look into it if it's in production. All right. So also apply regular updates and tuning, and need to do all those things. Maybe a function needs more concurrency, or logic apps connector has a new version. So just think about those things in operation side. Use telemetry from application insight to guide improvements, not just react to issues. So what I'm saying is, when you see spikes, you need to think about, okay, why it's happening. Or if you see um, it takes longer time to process, so it means there's some issue with the latency. So you need to think about why it is so, and then need to be raised with the architects. They will look into it and they try to solve the problem. Conduct periodic design and code review. I already mentioned many times before that as business processes evolve, integration must adapt. So what I'm saying is, the requirement we have today might not be the same requirement after 3 years. So we need to keep on reviewing our design, even less than that, because things are moving very fast nowadays. Now, so we need to think about adopting new requirements. Replace outdated connectors, introduce event-driven patterns, and or improve data flow or better performance. So need to think about how those obsolete things can be out of the system, and add new which is relevant. The time should be added. Automate wherever possible. Use self-healing workflows and automated retries, and schedule health checks whenever there's a we need to have all those things for health check, for service exception, looking into exceptions, or automating retry. So this is all our resiliency need to be part of our development and deployment. When usage grows, scale out using logic app standard function premium plans, or service bus scaling units. So we need to think about all of those aspects. So when we scale out, we need to when we need it should scale out automatically. Always balance performance with cost. So far what we have talked about, it can easily, like a easily we can have 20 different services doing different kind of things. However, we need to think about cost aspects always. So this is one of the pillar in Microsoft for designing a good system, that we think about effective cost. So scaling should be strategic and reactive, or not reactive. Sorry, should be strategic, not reactive. So we need to think about if we are thinking about scaling, we need to think about cost. We need to think about why we need it and the strategy required to make this happen. So finally, keep the documentation and runbooks current. So make sure that everything is up to date. They are the bridge between operations and innovation. Make sure that we should not miss out runbooks and documentation. So step 8 ensures your integration don't just survive. I mean, you need to think about they need to evolve, optimize, and continue delivering a value as your business scales, right? So need to think about more strategically, rather than just keep on doing. So let's move on to step number 9. So step 9 is continuous improvement and knowledge sharing. I think we just talked about these things earlier a little bit. We need to continuously improve, and we need to share our knowledge. So something I have learned during development, or some discovery, or some light bulb moment, we should share that, and we should share not verbally. We can do it verbally as well, but we need to have some centralized knowledge base. We should have all feedback stored, or reflection stored somewhere. So we will have a meeting, that's great, we can review it, we can do all kind of stuff, but we need to document it. We can need to put somewhere that we can refer back to it in future, right? Or somebody else joins the team, they know where to look for information, right? So it should not be just your moment, it should be everybody's moment. So what I'm saying is, when you learn something, you must share. You found something, you must share. If you new light bulb moment, you must share with everybody, so that in everybody team, because we all are all our team. So so we need to make sure that it's shared, right? So document these learnings in a central knowledge base. It could be Wikipedia, SharePoint, Confluence, or like we have wiki, not Wikipedia, my apologies, wiki. So in Azure DevOps, wiki you can use. And so new members can easily benefit from experience of others. This is very important that we have a common ground. Standardized reusable artifacts like logic app templates, bicep modules, apim policies, and pattern libraries. So we have this all centralized. So we have access, anybody who joins, they have access to those resources. Over time, this becomes your internal catalog for proven solution. So now you know what works. After every incident or a major release, we need to hold a retrospective, and I can't emphasize how important is retrospective. And I used to terrify with retrospection meeting, to be honest, and I said, oh, it's a, but initial time, when we started doing this thing, I thought, oh, they're going to judge me, they would tell me how wrong I am or how right I am or whatever. So I used to have a like a slight fear, but when I realized that, when I started doing it, then I realized people are supportive. It's not about pointing fingers to each other. It's more say, okay, here you go. We have this problem. Let's see how we can sort it out. Or we have done this great job. Thank you to everybody. Or this is a great moment in our team, and teamwork. Hey, well, I'm just joy. So, the retrospection is more like a coming as a team together and trying to sort out any challenge, any problems we have as a team, right? Not pointing to each other, pointing finger to each other, just saying, okay, this is a problem, and we have to deal with it. All right. So basically, to extract insight, right? So feed those findings into your design and governance playbooks, and this goes back into what we are doing, and align with your integration center of excellence, right? So the COE should guide architectural governance, oversee design reviews, and promote best practices across projects, right? So encourage, also need to think about, I think as a team we need to train and certification, because IT industry is so dynamic. It keep on changing, very very quick nowadays. Because of AI, things are multi-time faster, so we have to learn all the time. And I salute every IT guy, those are who are doing training and certification. I mean, it takes a lot of energy and time. And I also tell to all spouse, their husband or wife is working in IT industry, salute them, because it's a really hard work, and they need to be patient with them as well. So Azure Integration Service evolves fast, and so should your team as well. And you need to be evolved along with the team and the requirements. So finally, treat improvement as a continuous cycle. Review cost, performance, and architectural maturity regularly. I mean, it's not a one-time affair. We have to keep on, building and improving. So, and also one more thing I like to mention here, that in a team, it's very easy to have a moral down of the team. They are a little bit more, not very energetic or very enthusiastic about these things. So I think what I found is, so when team is working on a project, and one thing is working on the project, that's a great thing. They're learning about it. However, I found that if we gave them, if team or team member gets a notion of learning on growth, not only just learning and growth, that motivates a lot. Personally, it does motivate to me when I feel like I'm learning something new. I'm just enthusiastic about it. I just really enjoy it, because I feel I am growing. And I think this is a very common factor among most of the people. And when they feel growing, they energized basically. And I believe we all should and must grow as we move forward. All right. So let's take a look at the takeaway. What's the takeaway we have here? As we conclude, remember this: integration isn't just about a technical exercise. It's like a discipline. When you follow a clear and repeatable process, you are defining, or from defining from defining quality standards to continuous improvement. You create integration that are predictable, resilient, and scalable. So from quality onward, once we define the quality, it is important to take all the steps which I discussed earlier, and you might have a few more steps. Please go ahead and add up those steps, or might you want to change something. Please do not hesitate to change. If you feel something is not relevant to you, you can drop those things. So anyway, so use Azure Strength, Logic Apps, Function, Service Bus, Event Grid, APM, not as an isolated tool. I mean, they are cohesive ecosystem. So you can't just say, I have mastered one thing and I'm the master of, APM or master of Logic App, and just try to implement everything from their point of view, that point of view. So rather, we need to have a knowledge and understanding of various services to give a better solution. All right. So make observability, security, and governance part of the design, not afterthoughts. So we need to make sure that we have we think about these things in advance, not the later stage. So there are what separate enterprise grade integration from ad hoc connections. So when we develop any integration, we are not just doing a random thing. It's a very important aspect of the systems, and it's very important for the for the whole business. So we're not just helping connecting system; we are helping business. All right. So reuse what you build, patterns, templates, scripts, whatever you've done, to make sure that you can use it, reuse it. They turn and basically store them in a place where you can access it easily. And finally, keep improving. Each project, each challenge adds to your organization's integration maturity. I mean, you have done one integration and then you find some challenges, you improve those things, and you keep on moving. I mean, it's like it piles up, right? So improvement is like a compounding, right? The true goal isn't just connecting systems, it's a building connected enterprise that moves faster and learns continuously and grows with confidence. So I say here, just stop here and say, business, if you help business, we help many people as well. I mean, business is not for just making money, business is for helping people as well. So we are doing a great service if you do great integration. And I love if you can connect and subscribe my channel, and I'll try to produce my best videos from my abilities, and we'll learn together. Thank you very much.